Today's video is going to be a lot different than most of my videos. This video I drove all the way up to Michigan to visit Jeff. Jeff is a buddy of mine that started out as a customer. I was helping out with shrimp. He'd always been keeping cichlids and stuff, and I've been helping him get into shrimp and plants. And so we've become friends, and I come up there and checked out his place, and here's a tour video of his stuff. He has all kinds of stuff, so sit around and enjoy. Lots of cichlids, shrimp, and live bears. All right, Jeff, let's start here. This is a 10-gallon tank. And what do we have in here, Jeff?
Well, we got in here is we have my Neolamprologus multifasciata shell dwellers. And I started out with 4 of them, and now I got, I don't know, probably about 30 or so in there.
All in a 10-gallon tank? That's
all in a 10-gallon tank. Oh, yeah. And then I got the, I put some black mollies in there as dithers, and they bred in there. And a lot of the babies survived, and they're growing up in there with them.
There's little baby shellies in the shell. Look at that.
They are fun. They're fun fish.
All right, you want to talk about...
And then over here, we got more of my black mollies that this is more of a breeding tank for them. And lots of Java moss in there, and get quite a few babies out of these guys.
There's some really black, nice mollies.
Nice black mollies, yep. And also, if you notice down there at the bottom, I got my rabbit snails that are breeding in there.
Nice.
Those are the orange Poso Sulawesi rabbit snails. And I started out with 5 of them, and there's quite a bit more now.
Are these those or those trumpet snails?
The little small ones?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are. I have some little Malaysian trumpet snails in there too.
Okay.
Yeah, I made the mistake of bringing those in on purpose. Kind of like we'll see in a little while about the scuds that I brought in the house. Tank here is a lot of Java moss. I got some of my older black mollies in this tank, and I got a couple male fire mouths in there that were causing trouble in the other tanks, and they are getting along pretty well in there.
Not too much boys.
Not too much fighting. Yeah, they're getting good size. They're probably pushing a good 4.5 inches, I'd say, probably.
Nice.
And then I got a bunch of, I have a mixture. I have lemon blue-eyed Plecos in that tank, and then I got some albinos.
Sweet. All right, so that's going to be all upstairs. I think the rest is in the basement,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, the rest down in the basement, yep.
I think these shrimp look familiar, Jeff. Why would that be?
Oh, yeah. Those are some really good quality Bloody Mary shrimp. And trying to remember who I got them from. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I got them from you. Yep, but the Bloody Marys.
Bloody Marys.
There was more in there, but I had some scud problems in this tank.
It's a nice smell.
So I added a small paradise fish in there, and it kind of took its toll on a couple of the Bloody Marys. Not too many. But as you can see, there's still a few little scuds in there, but I got a little Endler in this tank also. You can see up here in the corner where they're hanging on this.
Oh, yeah.
Hanging up there on that hornwort.
Yep. All right, let's go. This looks like a 20 long.
Yeah, next one's a 20 long. And this is a another Blue Dream tank setup. And I also have a lot of my albino bristlenose Plecos in here that I'm growing up. I'm going to be selling them in sexed pairs. And then I got...
there's a Blue Star Endler.
Blue Star Endlers, yeah. I got a lot of Blue Star Endlers in this tank. Started out with 5. I had 2 males and 3 females. I think, no, 2 males and 5 females. And now I got this tank here, and I got another one we'll see in a little bit. I got more Blue Star Endlers.
All right, let's see. We got another 20-gallon long.
This is kind of a little mosh pit here. I got some troublemakers that are getting along really well in here. Got that dragon blood peacock. I got that firemouth there. you know, we got an African and a Central American cichlid in the same tank, and you can see how they're just trying to kill each other all the time. They actually get along really well, as you can see. And then I got this red zebra over here. Typically a real aggressive fish, but they're so laid back in this tank that it's just fun to watch it. I got a bunch of little baby albino plecos and some other ones in here growing out too that they get along well. They don't get picked on too much. So,
all right, looks like we have a 40-gallon.
Yep, 40-gallon breeder. This is more of the dragon bloods, and I think there's one red zebra in there that's growing out. Yeah, I stopped actively breeding all the dragon bloods and the red zebras. I just let nature take its course in their tank now. These are hard to move when it comes to selling, so I'm basically going to be trying to give these away.
Yeah, so there you go. You want some?
So anybody want some dragon bloods? Let me know.
All right.
Here we got the red zebra breeding group. We got the alpha male. He's right down in the middle there. You can tell he's the boss. Yeah.
Earlier you showed me one that was holding. Do you see that?
Oh yeah, where's she at? Yeah, right down there under the filter. Right, I think she's holding right down there under the filter. Yeah, she's got a mouthful of fry or eggs, one of the two. And there's another one here. She's holding also.
Yep, you can really see hers.
In fact, I got another one right there. There's 3 holding. They breed pretty easy. I never thought they would have bred that easily when they first started out, but they do.
So Jeff has a problem keeping this tank clean because these guys are mean.
Oh, they
will bite you.
They will bite you, and every time I put my arm in there, they'll throw some jumbo mint in here for them. There we go.
See what a big convict.
So lots of big convicts.
Yeah.
I got a couple.
You showed me there's a bunch of babies down here.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see with all the algae. I have a hard time keeping that clean. Like I said, I put my arm in there,
and this great big guy.
Yeah, that's Sunny. Now, when I got him, I netted him as a tiny fry from my friend's pond.
Yeah, he's a sunfish, right?
Yeah, that's a pumpkin seed sunfish.
Nice.
And I've had him since he was probably less than 1/4 of an inch long. I mean, tiny. He was really small.
He's a big boy now.
Yeah. About, you could push him probably 7-8 inches anyway.
And we got a 20 long.
20 long. I got a lot of new fish in this tank that I recently picked up. I got some albino crebensis. I got a group of those that I bought online not too long ago, about a week ago. And I got a paradise fish in here. This is the one that killed some of my Bloody Marys, so I brought him over here. I originally put it in the tank to hunt down the scuds, and eventually it did go after some of the scuds. So,
I see some cherry barbs.
Yeah, some cherry barbs. I got a trio of cherry barbs. I got a male and 2 females, and they've been breeding in there too. I just haven't pulled any of the moss out yet.
Nice. And next to that,
this is my other colony of blue star endlers. Now, in this one here, I just put in 2 females that were pregnant and just let it go. And now I got all this from those 2 females.
Didn't even have a boy.
Now I got lots of males in there and females and lots of snails too. There's a couple, and there's a couple of albino plecos in here. There's 2 albinos in this tank too, plecos, but I think they're hiding back behind the sponge filter.
Yeah.
This tank here is always cloudy. These are my rosy red minnows. I've got these now for, it's been, I don't know, 5 months, I'm thinking, 4 or 5 months. And they are just the best fish. Really hardy. And yeah, I got them, they were the feeder fish they sell at PetSmart. And I seen a tank that was really looking good. And this was a brand new tank at the time when I had set it up. So it was like, this is their quarantine tank in the whole 9 yards. And they're doing great. Blood breeding group here. Well, that's actually the female. That's the prize female. The male is up
there.
There he is. That's Casanova right there.
That's a nice one.
That's what I named him. He's a beautiful fish. It's just amazing how they're not more popular than what they are. I mean,
I think these days a lot of people are more in the nanos,
nano fish, yeah, and
little fish and shrimp. You can have a little 5-gallon tank. These guys, I mean, it's
look at that female there holding.
Oh yeah,
she's got her chin distended. She's got a mouthful of fry or eggs.
Yep.
Yeah,
convict.
Yeah, and a big old, and he's the first one in that tank. He's what I used to when I first cycled that tank. He was the first fish in there. He's been there since the beginning of this tank.
Nice.
And it's been about 1.5 years now.
Another 75.
Another 75. This is just some more. That's
a nice one too.
We're kind of freaking out a little bit, but we got back there. That's Casanova's son. He's going to be the next breeder if I continue on with the breeding of them.
He's a little high strung.
He's a little high strung.
Trying to get a shot of him.
Yeah, they're not real fond of the cameras too much, but I got some red zebras in there and then more dragon bloods. And like I say, I'm trying to get rid of almost every one of these African cichlids.
Got 10 gallon.
10 gallon here. Got my little betta girl here. And then I got lots more albino bristlenose plecos. I got one lone black molly in there to keep the betta company. And then over here,
another 10.
Another 10 gallon. I got a pair of apistogrammas in here. I'm not sure if we're going to see them or not because they like to hide in their hut. But I also breed a lot of, you can see I got some small baby black mollies in there, and I usually get
lots of black mollies.
Lots of black mollies out of this tank. It's really odd though because some of the black mollies will just eat all their babies, and some of them let a lot of them grow up. In this tank, I usually get about 4 or 5 each time. It's kind of cool.
Then we got down here.
Down here, a bunch of little, you can't see them real well because of the substrate, but there's a lot of little baby albino bristlenose in there. And there's just a few black mollies in there just to, this tank needs some work. I'm going to get some plants in there and whatnot.
Around here.
And down here, got my wild type bettas. These are the betta NSA mouth brooders. These guys have spawned about 3 times, but I haven't gotten any fry yet. The male seems to keep eating or swallowing the eggs. Normally he'll hold on to them for about 15 days and then spit the babies out, but hasn't happened yet. We're still waiting. Then I got a couple pair of black mollies in there also.
I see some more shrimp.
Oh yeah, this is my original Blue Dream shrimp that I got from you. I started out with 10, and then this tank really went to town and had a few hundred of them.
Yeah,
they're all up in the cornwort. And
is this the tank that has scuds in it?
This has some scuds in it. Let me see if I can get them to show you some here. Yeah, you see those little things, those little critters going down there? Yeah. I do that, and then I got some goodeids in there that are great at hunting them down, except I'm kind of probably scared them a little bit, but trying to get them to clear out those scuds so I can get a little better production of these shrimp because they seem to outcompete them for food. I'm not sure. And also they eat all the moss that I put in this tank.
Yeah.
These used to have a whole bunch of moss on the bottom. And they ate all of it. And over here is the actual scud tank when I brought them into the house on purpose.
This is the scuds on purpose.
This is the scuds on purpose. Let me see if they...
Looks like those live bears.
These live bears have done a good job in this tank. This had hundreds or even thousands of scuds in here.
It seemed like too many.
Not too many now. Lots of duckweed though.
Yeah.
The duckweed wasn't on purpose. That was an accident. But I'll be getting that cleaned out.
And behind me.
And then over here, this is the backup colony for the Blue Dreams. You can see it's all spread out in this 55-gallon tank, but there's a lot of Blue Dreams in there still. And there was also a lot of scuds in this tank.
Those are your tiger limias?
These are the tiger limias, yeah.
Those are cool.
I got tiger limias, and there's also a couple of, there's also some of the blue star endlers in there also I put in. I got all these in here to combat the scuds. And this tank is 65 gallon. It's got the same footprint as a 40-gallon breeder, it's just a lot taller.
Real tall.
24 inches tall, 36 inches wide, and 18 front to back. These are my fire mouths here that I had upstairs. I had a 40-gallon up there that kind of sprung a bad leak, and I had to get these down here in a big rushed emergency. And so they're down here, and I got a mated pair of albino bristlenose. You see all the ones we've seen before. This is the pop at all of them. He's down there in that Plecos cave, I do believe. But I got all these new plants here. I got the red Ludwigia.
Yep, Ludwigia.
Ludwigia, and I also got some mermaid weed here, and I got a little Anubias Nana Petite down here in this little pot. I'm gonna get some rock in there for that.
Some more Ludwigia back there.
Got more Ludwigia back there.
And then the fire mouths have ripped up.
The fire mouths have pulled up some of that Ludwigia.
We planted that one a couple hours ago.
Planted it a couple hours and they already uprooted it. But the other stuff's still in there though. I'm glad of that.
Yeah, yeah. I think they're gonna mess with this because the corner and the territories and
It might maybe.
maybe.
I'm wondering if I planted that in like little terracotta pots, if that might be a good way to do it. I got some terracotta pots. I might try that.
Might be. Yeah, I think that's all the tanks, Jeff.
That's all of them, yep.
Thank you for sharing your tanks with us.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And thank you for bringing those nice plants, too.
No problem, Jeff. All right, everyone. Hope you guys enjoyed Jeff Pelham's Aquatics, his fish room. Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.